Hello everyone and welcome back to the new session of Biology for Standard 11th. Let us continue with the second session of Chapter 15, that is Excretion and Osmoregulation. Last time we studied about metabolism, metabolic waste products, excretion, osmoregulation, metabolic waste or nitrogenous waste that are produced inside our body, mode of excretion. In mode of excretion, we studied in detail about ammonotelism, ureotelism, uricotelism, and guanotelism. Then we studied details of creatinine. Today we'll start with excretory organ. As last time we stopped at the portion of excretory organ, so let's continue from here. Kidney is an excretory organ and it plays an important role in maintaining the constant internal environment of the body, which is nothing but homeostasis. And secondly, the excretory organs help in osmoregulation. Regarding osmoregulation, we studied in the last lecture that osmoregulation is nothing but it is a process of maintaining the balance between concentration of salt and concentration of water in the body. Now let's see the details of osmoregulation first. Now you can see a picture of a marine bird. This bird is albatross. It spends its life on the sea. That means these birds normally drink salty water. So if they drink salty water, how do they manage osmoregulation then? Simple. They have special glands called salt glands near their nostrils. You can see here clearly salt glands are present near nostrils. These glands secrete salts by active transport and help to manage osmoregulation. Apart from this, there are many marine organisms like sea turtles and marine iguanas, which also have salt excreting glands. Now, based on the type of osmoregulation done by animals can either be osmoconformers or they can be osmoregulators. If suppose the animal is osmoconformer, that means those animals are isoosmotic to the surrounding. If I say the word isoosmotic, that means whatever the surrounding area is, whatever the changes of temperature takes place in the surrounding area, according to that environment, such animal changes their internal environment. So they are osmoconformers. Example, certain marine organisms. Then if an animal is osmoregulator, then that means these animals control their internal environment independent of external environment. That means whatever the external environment is, whatever changes occurs inside the environment, that doesn't bother the animal because they maintain their internal environment. For example, fresh water, or you can say some terrestrial organisms. Now, whether the animal is osmoconformer or they are osmoregulators, most of the animals can tolerate narrow range of salinity, while there are some animals who can tolerate wide range of salinity. Now, on the basis of this condition, organisms can be of two different types. That means it can be stenohaline or it can be urethral. Talking about stenohaline, those organisms which can tolerate only narrow range of salt concentrations are called stenohaline. For example, freshwater animals, or you can see on your screen. Example is goldfish. Urethral, those organisms which can tolerate wide range of salinity are called urethral organisms. For example, barnacles, clams, etc. Now, talking about excretory organs present in different types of organisms. True organs of excretion are found in those animals that show bilateral symmetry. If I say the word bilateral symmetry, that means if you cut any organism from the center through a single plane and you get two equal halves, such kind of symmetry is called bilateral symmetry. For example, human being. If you cut a human being from the axis or center, you will find two equal halves. That means they show bilateral symmetry. So, most common type of this excretory organ or true organs is simple or branching tube that opens outside through pores which are called as nephridopores, or you can call it as nephridia. Talking about types of nephridia, there are two types of nephridia. They are PROTONEPHRIDIA and metanephridia. Now, in order to make it easier, we'll study it in such a way that we'll compare both PROTONEPHRIDIA as well as metanephridia. Now, see, in PROTONEPHRIDIA you will find PROTONEPHRIDIA are the network of dead end tubes, or they are also called as flame cells. In metanephridia, you will find they are unbranched coiled tubes that connect to body cavity through funnel-like structure, or they are called as nephrostomes. So, PROTONEPHRIDIA contains flame cells and metanephridia contains nephrostomes. Then in PROTONEPHRIDIA you will find body cavity, true body cavity is not present. These animals lack true body cavity. Whereas in metanephridia you will find the animals will have true body cavity. Now, examples of PROTONEPHRIDIA is flatworms, you can say Platyhelminthes, rotifers, some annelids and amphioxus. Whereas for metanephridia, you will find earthworm, you will find terrestrial organism showing bilateral symmetry and true body cavity. Now let's study in detail about excretory organs of different organisms. First we'll see about unicellular animal. Example is amoeba. Amoeba has contractile vacuoles which collect and discharge waste products. Sponges. Excretion takes place by diffusion of waste product in water, which is discharged through osculum. Flatworms. Platyhelminthes contains network of dead-end tubes called flame cells or PROTONEPHRIDIA. Earthworm. Earthworm contains unbranched coiled tubular structure called nephridia. Insects. In insects, excretion takes place by a set of blind-ended tubules called Malpighian tubules. Crustaceans. Crustaceans have green glands as excretory organs. Echinodermata. Echinodermata. Example, starfish. Members of this phylum do not have any specialized excretory organs. But here, the waste material directly diffuse into water through tube feeds, which are present all over the body. Mammals. In mammals, kidney are a collection of functional units called nephrons, which are well designed to extract metabolic wastes. Now let's study in detail about excretory system in human being. Excretory system of man consists of 4 parts, that is, a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, single urinary bladder and urethra. Kidneys are a pair of bean-shaped organs present one on either side of vertebral column from 12th thoracic to 3rd lumbar vertebra. Right kidney is slightly lower in position due to presence of liver. Dimensions of each kidney. Kidneys are 10 cm long, 5 cm wide, 2 to 3 cm thick. Average weight of a kidney is 120 to 170 grams. Outer surface of kidney is convex, inner is concave. Notch on the inner surface is called hilum or hilus. Renal artery enters and renal vein as well as ureter leave the kidney through hilus. Each kidney has almost 1 million functional units called nephron. A pair of ureters arise from hilus of each kidney. Ureter is 25 to 30 cm long and are muscular tube. They open into urinary bladder by separate openings which are not guarded by valves. They pass obliquely through the wall of urinary bladder. This helps in prevention of backflow of urine due to compression of ureters while bladder is filled.
Urinary bladder is a median, muscular, sac-like structure. It is situated in pelvic cavity, posterior to pubic symphysis.
At the base of the bladder, there is a small inverted triangular area called trigone. At the apex of this triangle is opening of urethra. At the 2 points of the base of the triangle are openings of ureters. Urinary bladder is covered externally by peritoneum. Inner to peritoneum is muscular layer. It is formed by detrusor muscles, which consist of 3 layers of smooth muscles. These layers are longitudinal, circular, and longitudinal respectively. Innermost layer is made up of transitional muscles. It helps bladder to stretch. Urethra is a terminal or tube-like structure arising from urinary bladder and opening to the exterior of the body. It consists of internal and external sphincters. These internal and external sphincters are called urethral sphincters. Internal sphincter is involuntary in nature, whereas external sphincter is voluntary in nature. If this valve is not functioning properly during inflammation of bladder, it can lead to kidney infection. Urethra in male is larger in size, whereas in females it is smaller in size. Functions of kidney. It helps in separation and elimination of nitrogenous wastes. It maintains homeostasis. It helps in osmoregulation. It regulates pH of body fluids. It is essential in production of RBCs. It produces certain hormones like calcitrol and renin. Functions of ureters. They help to transport urine from renal pelvis to bladder. Functions of urinary bladder. It temporarily stores urine near about 700 ml and also helps in micturition, that is, removal or elimination of urine. Functions of urethra. It helps in micturition, that is, pathway for micturition. In males, it acts as urinogenital organ, that is, it helps in passage of both urine as well as semen, whereas in females, it only helps in passage of urine.
So students, take a quick review of what we studied today. We studied about excretory organ, osmoregulation. In osmoregulation, we studied about osmoconformers and osmoregulators. Then we studied about urehaline and stenohaline organisms, excretory system of different animals, and then we studied details of excretory system in human being. I hope you understood the topic. We'll meet again in the next video lecture. Till then, take good care of yourselves. Thank you.